Out of all the videos I've ever done on old Tophiachu, this one feels like it's going to be more off the walls than usual. Let me just go down the list and tell you what's been going on in this girl's life since we last checked in on her. The GoFundMe for her brother's funeral expenses was refunded to all donors. This came after months of people speculating online that Tophia was simply going to take the money and run, and apparently even GoFundMe agreed, so they did not give it to her. However, after all this time, we still don't know exactly what got the GoFundMe taken down. However, many people assume that Tophia not being able to show the proper paperwork made the people at GoFundMe think that this could possibly be a scam. And ever since she found out that she will not be getting that $7,000 in GoFundMe money, Tophia has been streaming almost every single night in hopes of recouping what she feels that she lost. Now remember, she's said it many times before that the internet owes her. The internet owes her a house. They owe her a better life because in her mind, in her strange, skewed mind, the internet is at fault for her brother dying, which is a completely asinine claim to make when you consider that this was some random man on the street who tried to rob them as they lived out of their car. To be fair, as many people on the internet will bring up, Tophia's family wanted to get out of that situation. Hell, their other family members even offered them a place to stay, and Tophia said, fuck that, I want to continue my TikTok career, and if we go live with these people, I'm not going to be able to record there, so no, we will stay in the car. And the family felt kind of just, I guess, anchored down to her and felt like they had to do it. The brother wasn't going to move without his mom, and the mom wasn't going to move without Tophia. So it's just very important that if Tophia is going to come online and say that the internet is the root of all her problems and did this heinous thing to her, that it's also important to remember that no, you put your family in this situation that they desperately didn't want to be in. Now that's just a refresher on Tophia's situation as a whole. As I mentioned like a minute ago, there is so much shit happening right now that just genuinely makes me scratch my head as to why Tophia is either saying the stuff that she's been saying or defending the stuff she's been defending. And let's go down the list right now just so you guys know what you're in store for. Firstly, you're going to hear about Tophia being really upset at the internet for trying to make it weird when people kiss and cuddle their friends. I really don't want to spoil anything, but I'll be honest with you right now. To me, what you're about to hear in a minute or two just sounds like Tophia got friend-zoned by somebody, and she's like, well, we can still kiss, right? Like, but then she's gonna take action to her TikTok page and call out some old dread-headed white man who she feels like is one of the worst pieces of scum on this earth, simply for having that hairstyle. She's also really, really upset that people had the nerve to look at her Amazon wish list. Like, whoa now, how dare you people, like, invade Tophia's privacy like that, looking at her wish list that she has linked on her own profile. But the real reason she's so pissed off about this is because she accidentally, and I put accidentally in air quotes, because I'm starting to think Tophia just thought, oh, why not, I'll throw this on there, and then when people started calling her out for it, she was like, oh my god, I didn't mean to do that, and it's a schoolgirl outfit. It's a sexy schoolgirl outfit that she said she was planning for a Halloween party or something. Then she walked it back and said it's not true. And then she walks it back even further and says, why do you people even care about this when all this stuff is going on in Palestine? Mind you, the same Palestine that Tophia gave up on supporting during the McDonald's boycott because she just couldn't get her hands off of a McSpicy. She's also back to ranting and raving about plus-sized clothing, and even goes far enough as to say that people who make one-size-fit-all clothing are just a bunch of, like, haters, and they suck too. Like, people who are actively going out of their way to make clothing for plus-sized people, you're just scum according to Tophia, and nobody should buy from your shop. I'm serious, she'll go and say that if these people don't start offering more, like, plus-size options, and more plus-size options that Tophia herself approves of, well then people won't have to boycott these stores, because don't get it twisted, that's exactly what Tophia is going to be doing in the videos you see later on. She knows that she has like 400,000 followers over on TikTok, and she tries her hardest to weaponize them all the time, not realizing that not a single one of them, or maybe like 2 or 3 of them are there as fans, but the other 400,000 just want to laugh. She made a post basically saying that anyone who ever calls her out is a groomer. That's a weird argument to make. Oh, Mamachu returned, by the way. That probably should have been mentioned first and foremost. But yeah, Mamachu is back. She's live streaming. She's on Tophia's streams sometimes. And honestly, that makes me wonder a pretty morbid question of, we know Tophia got kicked out of the homeless shelter. We also know that Mamachu did not get kicked out of the homeless shelter. So why is Mamachu with Tophia all day and night? Dear God, if this woman made her mother leave the shelter she was allowed in because, "Oh, Mom, they're not letting me stay! I'm a victim too!" then that would be so fucked up, man. And let me just say right now, that's just speculation on my part. But the fact that Tophia gets kicked out of the homeless shelter, and then like the week afterwards, Mamachu's back in full force doing streaming with Tophia, yeah, it kind of makes you think Mamachu got out of there too, just because, as always, she has to be anchored down by Tophiachu. She can never stay someplace safe because Tophia can't allow that. And there's so much more that we're gonna have to look into today with old Toph, but enough of my rambling. Let's get to those videos with Toph trying to make all you realize that you should be kissing your friends. You should be cuddling your friends. Why? Because Tophia says so. It doesn't matter if you find that weird. Toph says so deal with it.
How she kisses her friends a lot. Her friends are mostly gay. There's nothing wrong with that. But, like, why do people gotta make that weird? Like, normalize that. Okay? Like, there are certain things that you can and can't do. Like, okay, I get it, right? But, like, kissing your friends in certain ways, it may be teetering on, like, oh, well, then you're not friends. But then in certain instances, no. Like, can we stop making things weird? Normalize kissing your friends. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, some of y'all never had friends that comforted you, like, really comforted you. Like, there are those friends that are, like, comforting, and, when you're going through a lot, you can talk to them, or you can be around them, or there's certain, like, their energy, or they're, like, a kind person, you can be around that person, and, like, your friends comfort you. That's what you're supposed to have friends for. I would rather have comforting friends than to have a bunch of friends that aren't really friends.
Look, maybe I'm just being an asshole here, and let me know down in the comments if you guys agree with this or not. Maybe not. But, Toph, this advice you're giving right now is some of the most, like, gaslighty, harasser shit I've ever heard. Look, if your friends are in a bad place, comfort them. Rub them. Kiss them. Even, like, no, if your friends are in a bad place, sit down and talk with them. Try to pull them out of that bad place. Try to help them out. You don't fucking kiss them. You don't start cuddling up to them just because they're in a bad mood.
It's giving weird. It's giving weird how people act, because if it was a really attractive person, that's like, yeah. Like Teffy Pasoa talking about kissing her friends. Everyone's like, oh, that's cute. Like, I greet my friends that way too. But when it's someone that you don't deem attractive, it's weird. Or, oh, you must got something going on with them. Like, you don't have to have something going on with your friends. They're your friends.
Yes, Tophia, the key word there is friends. These are your friends, not prospective love interests. These are people who just want to talk to you and see how your day's doing and maybe hang out with you sometimes. Now, if what you're saying is to go up to somebody and kind of give them like a kiss on the cheek like in The Sopranos, that's one thing, but the more and more you describe of this makes me think that no, you just want to go lock lips with your friends any single time that something bad happens in their life.
What's funny is that someone in my DMs is literally trying to tell me that, okay, so the post that I posted about calling your friends, which I said should be normal, unless people make it weird, which someone already made it weird. They were like, you're just trying so hard to be gay. Why is it that we say everything is gay, and then they proceed to tell me, well, I'm a lesbian, you don't need to tell me what's gay, and she kissed her. And I was like, first of all, it wasn't even that kind of a kiss, but if that's what you think it is, then okay. And nowhere did I say I was kissing my friends or anything like that. Normalize kissing your friends. There's nothing wrong with that. Like,
and now it's time to talk about how Tophia, quote-unquote, accidentally added that schoolgirl outfit to her Amazon wish list. And instead of being like, oh my god, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you, I did not mean to add that to my wish list, but you've already seen it now, ha ha ha, there's nothing I can do about it, but it's not there no more. She decides to put up this post. And remember how I always tell you guys that she blames the internet for absolutely everything bad that happens in her life? Well, this is textbook example number 1. Because again, before I read this, I need to reiterate that people didn't like hack into Tophia's accounts to find this. This was posted on her public wish list, which she has out there openly. And with that all being said, So I liked something on Amazon, it went to my list, I didn't add it there. Why are y'all worried about what I do on Reddit? Y'all are stalker who claim to have jobs, but y'all stalking my comment, responding to people about me like it's true, stalking my Amazon account, stalking likes on my Instagram, stalking my stories, stalking me in public, recording me without asking me to have a photo, and starts filming like I don't remember what you look like. It seems like at first she was addressing like all of Reddit and internet quote-unquote stalkers, but now she's just honing in on one person who must have been caught like recording her at some point in time. Stalking my friends. You all have that time to stalk, but how do you have a job? How are you at work? She's now gonna say all these people who cover her, all these people who talk about her on Reddit are jobless stalkers. And again, I feel like I need to reiterate that she posted this on her public wish list. Like, she said it there, she didn't mean to, so just own that. Don't be like, oh, you're all stalkers for calling me out on that. You did it on your public page. Now, let's just say somebody goes there and buys something on your wish list. That they're a stalker then? Because that's what Tophia is saying right here. If you're one of these creeps who goes on her wish list and buys something, you're an absolute fucking stalker. But for the majority of these things you're claiming that people stalk, it's stuff you post publicly. Yes, people following you around out in public and taking videos of you, that's definition stalker shit. I'll give you that one. But people on Reddit, people online, doesn't matter who they are, if they're just talking about the things you post, the things that are revealed about you, that's not stalker shit. That's just people talking about you, just like you talk about tons of other people on your own TikToks and Instagram accounts. But the real reason she keeps saying all this shit is because there's this woman, this other TikToker named Aunt Karen. Aunt Karen, you might remember, as being the woman who had Tophia on her live stream a few years back, and Tophia was crying and freaking out. And it was really, for a lot of people, the first time they'd seen anything of Tophia. It was about the first time she scammed people out of a GoFundMe. Well, when Brother Chu got shot, this Aunt Karen woman turned and was like, oh no, we need to defend Tophia from all these Reddit stalkers. And since that phrase was said by that woman, Tophia has said it over and over and over again because she's a fucking parrot. She believes anything that she sees on TikTok. Do you remember a few weeks ago when she was talking about how she stopped supporting Palestine because they all voted for Trump? Like, let that sink in. Really, let that sink in. That's a real idea she got. And you might think, that's totally a Toph idea, though. It's so wrong that it has to be her. But no, she just sees a TikTok, reposts it, or makes a video out of it and says, guys, we need to start following this trend because I'm a good person and I stand for this. And then once one or two people tell her, oh, Tophia, actually, let's do it this way, she'll flip on that topic completely. Case in point, earlier this week, she was sending thoughts and prayers to Charlie Kirk, and then, like, today, she's posting things glorifying it. Fact of the matter is, she never builds her own opinion. She always bases it on some other person. This being the Aunt Karen shit here with her calling everyone else stalkers. But back to the topic at hand with the old, the whole fucking schoolgirl outfit. It's just people going, Tophia, the stuff with you before and the Asian teens, and also, just to be frank, no one wants to see your, like, gooning material. No one wants to see the outfits you're planning to, I don't really know how to describe it. Let's let Toph sum up this outfit, because here's her whole, here's her explanation of this. And what I save is not a Halloween costume. It's a photo shoot idea when I am able in the future to do photo shoots for my page. And no, it's not gonna be a schoolgirl. Let's not be weird. You can repurpose clothes. Stop fucking lying. Stop it. Stop. Just stop. You are not going to repurpose that. You never had any plans to repurpose it. You just wanted to get like a slutty schoolgirl outfit. And that's that. Why not just admit it? Why not just say, you got me, throw your hands up and go, you got me. But you know what? I've been making these Tophia videos for so long, and really, truly 100% honestly with you guys, I don't think she's ever said, you know what, you're right, I fucked up, or you know what, you're right, I was wrong on that, or you know what, you're right, I just made a simple mistake that's really not even that big of a deal. But no, you always have to say, no, you're all wrong, you're all being weird, let's not be weird, I was gonna repurpose it clearly, and oh, and you're all stalkers too. It's always the internet's fault. no matter what the situation is. And because Tophia is a pretty, hated figure online, I mean, let's just be honest here. You see her comments, people are not fans of Tophiachu. One thing she always tries to do is tries to gather people up and be like, hey, let's point out this person and call them out for their fucked up actions. Now, Tophia never acknowledges her fucked up shit, like trying to scam people out of thousands of dollars for a funeral that was never gonna happen for her brother. But it's time to call out this guy, this old man with blue braids, and Toph is not happy. What the fuck is this? And the comments not doing enough calling out for me. This is culture appreciation. I don't care, he does not look good at all, and to the broader offering to do it for free annoys me. Why not offer people of color who can't afford braids to do theirs for free? Cultural, or it's not cultural, it's culture appreciation. Toph is I'm actually starting to think that we got her all wrong here. She is appreciating this man's hair so much that she's even deemed a new term for it. Culture appreciation. She's just looking for something to be mad at. I know there are some people out there who will try to make this argument that this guy's some heinous piece of shit for simply having his hair in blue braids, but who fucking cares? And the hypocrisy you show when you come on here in a video you guys will see later on, and she's gonna try to say, I don't care that people will say I look bad in clothes. I think I look great in this stuff. But then you'll just talk down on someone like this and go, oh, he does not look good at all. Just like you were telling that one guy a few months back how he should keep shoving down McDonald's meals down his throat because he questioned you on what you were going to do with the GoFundMe money. Just remember, when Tophia says that, body positivity, she wants to feel pretty and all that, she does not want anybody else to feel pretty but her. But you know what? There's no better time than the present. I'm going to show you guys right now this Instagram video Tophia put up a few days back, where she talks about how plus-sized people are basically just being fucked around by the clothing industry, and how, this is going to be crazy, because you guys probably don't even believe me here, but I'm going to show you, and it's going to blow your mind. She's about to show a picture of a woman wearing this dress, and one of maybe 10, 20, maybe even 30 seconds into it, somewhere along the lines of this video, Tophia will say, this woman is not much smaller than me. And the video in question is about to come on screen right now, and you're gonna be like, I'll get the fuck out of here.
So I have a question, being a plus-size girly, and I know people are gonna probably leave hate on this video. Telling someone to strictly go to the gym just to fit in cute outfits does not work. And if you don't include all sizes for all body types, then I do not want to support TikTok shops. I love this dress. Look at how beautiful this dress really is. I would love to wear this dress. I thought, maybe I could save this dress, favorited it for when I do have money, which I don't. And I'm saying in the future, when I have money to buy this dress, I would like to buy this dress. This looks like a nice going out to a nice dinner type dress. I do want to dress nicely. But then I went and clicked to see the option sizes, and it only goes up to a size large. It is false advertising when you got women who look close to your size that look like they're plus size promoting these TikTok shops who do not include all sizes of dresses, because this dress is a very beautiful dress.
Am I just really fucking stoned, or did she just say that this is false advertising because this woman looks like she could be plus sized? Really? Am I that wrong? Did I hear that right? Yeah, I just went back and listened to it again. She says women who are close to your size, and they're promoting it, and it's false advertisement because this woman is apparently close to Tophia's size, yet they don't offer Tophia's size as one of the offerings. Comment down below. I can't say nothing.
And I do love this dress, but I'm so sick and tired of being delegated to either dresses or clothes that have too much fabric, because they don't know how to make plus size clothing. So they make the fabric that they put too much fabric and it makes you look baggy or ugly. I would like to wear this dress. This is a very beautiful dress. I think I would look nicely in this dress.
I think you would look nicely in that dress too, Tophia. However, if there are people out there who don't believe that Tophia would look good in that dress, just understand that after what you said about that guy in the previous picture, you invite all that criticism into your life by saying, oh, I don't think this guy looks good. I think that guy looks fat. I think this woman doesn't look good. Shit, in last week's video on Tophia, she was calling out another woman for her looks. She thinks she can say stuff about all these other people and call everybody ugly who she wants to, but God forbid people ever say it about her.
It's not that hard to offer plus-size options for plus-size people who want to look, dress, and feel good without having to compensate that for ugly designs and ugly clothing and extra fabric. It is a very beautiful dress, and I don't care if people say that I would not look good in it. I think I would look very beautiful in this dress. I think I would look nice in this dress. You know, maybe I want to dress nicely. Maybe I want to go out to a nice restaurant. Maybe I want to enjoy life a little bit more. And so what if that's wrong? You know, not now, but I mean in the future. And, you know, when I see something like this and then I see it only goes up to a large or an extra large, or an XXL, which is not even plus size. Let's be honest, like the sizing, if you guys think an XXL is a plus size, then you need to reevaluate, because that is not plus size, okay? Plus size people will tell you what an XXL is. Like, if you can't offer options or sizes up to at least a 4X or beyond that, then I don't know why plus size girlies are giving false hope by promoting these brands when you literally go up to a large. Like, I saw this girl that looked like she was my size and I got excited, which is why I clicked on the dress in the first place, to save it so I could buy it for later.
Fuck me, man. Look, I'll just be real with you, Toph. I think you have, like, vision issues or maybe, like, self-perception issues. I'm not trying to be a dick, but really, that can't be right. Secondly, and this is the one that just tells you all she's doing this for is attention, she keeps saying, oh, when I can buy this dress, when I want to buy it, I don't have money for it right now, but one day I'll get it. You're not even trying to buy it right now. Why do you care that they don't offer plus sizes? Maybe they will by the time you want to buy it. Why not just wait and see? No, you felt like you needed to make this video, call them out, and even ask other plus size people, hey, why are we supporting TikTok Shop? I don't know, Tophia, why are you supporting TikTok Shop? Hell, if you feel so strongly about TikTok Shop not offering plus sized options, then just stop using it altogether. Stop using TikTok altogether. Stop well, here's the problem though. Stop requesting free samples from the TikTok Shop. Because I don't even know what they're doing with that, but it cannot be a good business method. How is somebody able to get a free sample of a fucking blanket or a hoodie? That's like maybe you should just send them a piece of the cloth and show them how it feels. Why? It doesn't seem like a free sample if you're just getting the product shipped right to your door. But that's how Tophia apparently gets a lot of the shit she gets. Calling up TikTok and saying, I need a free sample for these new shoes. Like, again, how is that a sample? They're just giving you it for free. And for that sole reason, Tophia will never stop using that free TikTok Shop. But really, if TikTok saw what she was doing here, they may straight up ban her. Like, she's trying to get plus-sized women to boycott the whole store. Again, I brought it up, but if she had the power to just snap her fingers and make people do what she says, she would do that in a heartbeat. That's what she's trying to do here. Like, if I was a plus-sized woman, you know, which I am, but other plus-sized girlies shouldn't be buying from the shop if they feel this way. You're just trying to start shit. And of course, at the end of all this, you're the victim. You're the one who can't get the clothes you want, so everyone should feel bad for you and do what you say, right? It's always the tried and true Tophia method. But hands down, the most shocking thing to happen the past few weeks is Mamachu's return. You see, Mamachu was just randomly there with Tophia one day where she booted up a stream. It's been over 6 months since the shooting has taken place, and Mamachu has been recovering that whole time after, you know, she was hit in the face. And this picture of Mamachu right here is basically all you're gonna see of her, because at one point in this like 3-hour live stream, Tophia called Mamachu over to say hi, and then kind of just shooed her away so Toph could go back to talking about how everyone else is fucking up her life. And as I said earlier, you know, she's been live almost every day this week, though. So we've been hearing Toph every now and again saying things like, oh, that's mom in the background. Yeah, that's my mom. She's just hanging out here with me. And I don't think all of these streams are just taking place out on the street somewhere. I know we did a video last month called Tophiachu's Return to Homelessness, but if you ask me, I'm pretty sure she's back in some type of shelter with Mamachu again. Now, here's what I'm thinking, right? I could be completely wrong, but based on the fact that Toph and Mamachu are now back at another shelter, at least seemingly, I don't know this for certain, but if they are, then is it possible that Tophia had Mamachu leave the shelter with her so that they could go back out on the streets and Tophia could go to another shelter and say it's an emergency, we need a place, me and my mom, because she knew they were more likely to let both of them in if Tophia was there with an elderly woman rather than just being there by herself. Maybe what I'm saying is just really confusing right now, but the point I'm trying to get at is, it seems like Tophia's back in a new place because she's even been saying it on her more recent live streams that after she got kicked out of the last shelter, she really needed help and people gave it to her. Now, she won't specify on that, but obviously it's not like some random people are just going to take them up into their house, so shelter is the most likely option. And now the fact that Mamachu is randomly there with her, it's got to make you think that maybe Tophia was like, Mom, we gotta go. Come on, time to go. I gotta get out of here. Or Mamachu just couldn't stomach leaving her daughter. It could be either or, but from what I heard, Mamachu was going to be allowed to stay at the original shelter, Tophiachu was not. And the fact that now Mamachu and Tophiachu were at a new shelter just has to make you think. And despite only making a cameo here in Tophia's livestream, Mamachu was sure to boot up her own livestream once again. She hasn't streamed in so long over on her old station head account. And she's basically just been doing streams saying that Tophia does a lot, stop saying that Tophia needs to get a job, no she doesn't, basically just reinforcing all the ideas that put them in this situation to begin with. And I'm not trying to be too hard on this old woman, but once she confirmed, right, that this is her on her station head account again, this has been her on the Reddit, because Mamachu even says it, like, that's me, just so you know, you're talking to me. Well, it makes everything that you're about to see, or you know what, I'm not even going to show you because it's just pretty fucking sad. Everything I'm about to tell you seem weird. So Mamachu did a stream where she was just crying about Brother Chu, talking about how I failed my son, I miss my son, yada yada yada, which of course any mother is going to do, right? You see, that's natural, you can't really fault the woman for that. But what you can fault her for is being on that same account, basically just downplaying any involvement Brother Chu had in their lives, saying that he didn't have a job and Tophia paid for everything, when that's absolutely not the case. Tophia herself will admit that Brother Chu was keeping his job at Jimmy John's and door dashing just to keep them afloat in any way he could. We've seen her do it before, and obviously every mother would do it, but she sees her daughter getting attacked and feels like she needs to defend her. But it's one fucking weird way to defend this girl, when you're just blatantly lying to everyone calling her out over something we all know is 100% true. The way that Mamachu phrases that last message you see there, where she says he was doing DoorDash to help buy things he needed, tells you everything you need to know, because that's what Tophia was doing. Tophia was doing TikTok, making like $100, $200 a month, only to buy things she wanted. And while yes, I bet you Brother Chu wasted a lot of the money he made on cars, well, you guys were living out of cars, so he was probably just trying to keep some type of semblance of a roof over your head. And I can't find the clip right now, but back in the day there was this clip of Brother Chu talking about saving up to get an apartment. And again, him and Mamachu both knew they needed to find a new place, and all you could hear is Tophia going, "No! We're not doing that unless it's exactly how I want it." And I'm serious, that's basically what she was saying. They were telling her, we only have enough for like a 1-2 bedroom apartment. And she's like, okay, well then don't get any because we need a 3-bedroom apartment because I need my own space. I'm an adult. Imagine saying that. Hey, I'm a grown adult. I need my space. So keep saving up money so you can pay for me. Fucking Christ. But according to Mamachu, Tophia is working, she has a full-time job, and it's TikTok, so all you people need to stop badgering Tophia because she's doing good and she's gonna get us a house. It sounds exactly like what Tophia says, kinda like Toph's telling her mom exactly what to say. Once again, makes you think, doesn't it? Jesus Christ, we're about 30 minutes into the video, and yet I haven't showed you any of Tophia's live streams yet. So let's get to that right now, because as I've been saying, she's been streaming almost every night and been saying a whole lot of crazy shit.
Yeah, they're gonna come, because they don't got nothing better to do. I mean, unemployed people have nothing better to do. I'm not unemployed. Unemployed people have nothing better to do than to argue with people because they don't got a job. Because I'm not unemployed because I get paid and I also have to pay taxes. Unemployed people don't have to pay taxes. Unemployed people wouldn't be even getting money at all. That doesn't make sense. Common sense means to use your common sense, right? Unemployed people don't pay taxes. They don't even work. I literally did an ad for Temu and made $2K. All I have to do is get a lawyer, clear my name, and I can have brand deals like that coming in. Like, I need to start working on my content, and obviously then I'll start getting paid more. And I did get an offer from someone who wants to help me, so I might take up that too. So, yeah. No. They didn't give me free merchandise. They asked me what my asking rate is. And I gave it to them and they lowered it slightly. So I got a little bit less than what I wanted because of I base it off of my views. I base it off of the attraction I get. I base it off of a lot of things. Mind you, I probably got paid less than someone who was a non-POC person of color. Now, I'm not trying to insinuate anything, but a lot of companies do that. But I am getting paid on top of the $200 free items they gave me. So I got $200 in free items, but I also did get paid.
Yeah, there's a lot of things to tackle in that one. Number one, Tophia, you absolutely are unemployed. Just because you pay taxes on the very little amount of TikTok revenue you get does not mean you are an employed person. You making videos like the ones we're seeing on screen right now, where you're like kind of like pointing a finger gun at the screen, which is just hilarious considering how serious you take gun violence, considering what happened to your family. Now it's just a big joke to you, I guess. But you have been homeless for almost 2 years now. Even when you were living out of a car, you were still homeless then, and you've done nothing in that time to help your family get out of this situation. Somebody who's employed would have saved their money and got them out of that situation by now. You don't work for 2 years in a row and just stay in the situation you're in. I know people might be going, Smokey, come on, that's being inconsiderate of some people's situations. But genuinely, you tell me that if you were homeless and you got a job, you tell me you couldn't save up enough to at least get yourself an apartment after 2 fucking years? And of course, there's different sides to this whole argument, because Tophia has said before, and she'll say later in this video, that she never plans on getting a job, so that's out of the question. And also, she will never get another apartment, because Tophia's said it before, she was absolutely sick of the landlord or whoever owned the apartment complex being able to knock on their door and saying, hey, you need to clean up in here, it looks like a pigsty. Or hey, you guys need to stop smoking in here, like they would tell Mamachu. I'm dead serious when I say this. They want a house so that nobody can tell them anything and they can just fuck it up to their heart's content. They'd bring Mamachu right back into the fold despite him being horribly mentally ill at the moment, and he seemingly has new warrants dropping for him every single day. Just yesterday, 2 new warrants were posted for Mamachu, so like, that's what she wants. She wants to bring him back in, have him smoke all around the house, have her Mamachu just trash the place, and have no one be able to tell them otherwise. Well, then you have to remember that Tophia does not want to pay for a house. She still expects a house to be given to them. She still talks about it in some of her streams here, that she's gonna get a house. They're gonna talk to people and get help to get the house. Why can't you just go out and get a job and work towards the house? Because that's not an option. They want to be given it, and they want to do whatever the fuck they want to do there. And by God, God help the poor soul who, and maybe not. If he doesn't look into these people before he gives them a house, if they get a house, that's on them. But if anyone is really just that unwise to do so, I feel like they're going to be in for a world of trouble. What am I talking about? She's employed. She pays taxes. Temu is giving her $2,000 per brand deal, which when you hear it, that might seem like, a big lie from Toph. However, considering her like 400,000 followers over on TikTok, I could very well see a company like Temu just seeing that and going, we'll offer you this amount. And Tophia said that her amount was higher. I don't know why she had a higher amount than that. She says it's based off of her views and everything else, but you're not mentioning one important factor there, Tophia. Your comments. The fact that nobody took that ad seriously. The fact that now Temu probably saw that and will not want to work with you again. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Tophia might be fearing that herself already. Because did you hear her there say that she's going to get a lawyer and clear her name so that she can get all these new brand deals that she thinks she deserves? Is that not just fucking crazy? That's some Chance Wilkins logic right there. Hey, I'm tired of people calling me out for shit I've done online, and now I'm gonna hire a lawyer to do what exactly? I don't know, to go after all these people, to try to get them arrested, to try to sue them, to try to do what? Like, I really don't know what Toph thinks is gonna happen if in some way she could hire a lawyer and tell them, listen, all these people are saying mean stuff, get them. So what would happen? And I genuinely would love to know from Toph's own mind what she thinks would happen if a lawyer ever was like, Tophia, I'm going to defend you. You know, defend her from what? It's just people calling her out.
Right now, I need to get a lawyer because I already know if I pursue something, it's always going to end up like, oh, well, we can't work with you. We can't this, we can't that. This is interesting. If you don't like it, you can leave. It's not interesting because you're mad you don't get any ad offers or any offers from any companies. Okay, I would be mad too if I had to work a 9-to-5 job. I mean, I'm just saying. And this is not no shade to 9-to-5 job workers. I'm just saying.
That's absolutely you throwing shade at 9-to-5 workers, saying, oh, I'd be mad if I had to work a 9-to-5 and I couldn't get brand deals. I'm just saying. Yeah, that's definitely not you talking down to people like you always do. In Tophia's mind, if people criticize her or say anything even remotely negative, she'll be like, oh, well, you're just jealous of me and my brand deals, so go be sad at your 9-to-5 job. And the way you said it too, like you'd be mad if you had to work a 9-to-5. Tophia, you're not employed. Your little TikTok ads you get here and there are few and far between because companies don't know your past. You're saying you're going to have to lawyer up because, oh, these companies might decline you. Yeah, they will, and they have before, and you saying you're going to sue them after the fact because they just simply said, no, we don't want to work with you, is completely unprofessional, and it shows these companies that, yeah, we probably shouldn't work with this girl again. Like, if I was a business owner and I was thinking, hey, I'm going to sponsor Tophiachu, I would look at what just happened with Temu. Not once, but twice did she accuse them of being racist. Another company who just simply declined her. They're racist. Everyone's a racist. And basically, if you don't agree with what Tophia says, if you don't give Tophia what she wants, and basically if you're just not someone she likes, you're racist.
Some of you 9-to-5 job people expect other people to want to live in your misery with you. If you don't like your job, then quit. There are a lot of advice on YouTube. There are a lot of things on YouTube that can help you make money without having to get a 9-to-5 job. All you gotta do is just go use your little fingers and tippity tap and search up stuff. It's not that hard. Go to like Indeed.com and find work from home jobs. It's not that hard to do. I don't know why people just assumes that all of a sudden they just want to block out this as being a job, even though it's a job for other people, because you would say that, but you're saying it's not a job because it's me, which doesn't make sense because I pay taxes. And instead of worrying about whether or not I have a job, because how is that affecting you, then maybe you need to pick up a second job.
Okay, so you were throwing shade at 9-to-5 workers, saying that you wouldn't want to work in their quote-unquote misery. And then you're telling people if they're sick of it to pick up a second job? Listen to that. Unemployed Tophia telling you to pick up a second job if you're not liking where you're working right now. Tophia, going on YouTube and looking up get-rich-quick schemes isn't being fucking employed. And then you told people to get on Indeed and look for work-from-home jobs? Tophia, why don't you do that? The logic is this simple. Until you are in an apartment or in your own house, you can't claim to be employed. Because if you were employed, you wouldn't be coming on social media every time something bad happens and being like, oh my god guys, here's my PayPal, donate now. Oh my god guys, here's my Cash App, here's a GoFundMe. The fact that you have to do that every time you're in a sticky situation tells me that no, you're not somebody who has a job, you're not somebody who has a steady income, so therefore, you should probably go find a fucking job.
Why do you care so much if someone has a job or not? Be 100% for real. If someone is ruining their life, then let them. It shouldn't bother you if they have a job. You shouldn't tell someone to go get a job. The only people you need to tell to go get a job is like an internet beggar right now that is literally asking for money right now. I didn't go live and ask for money. Now, today, did I? No, so why are you telling me to go get a job? My life did not start out with, hey, send money to my PayPal. Literally, it did not start like that. Because it's the simple fact that the only people that I do agree with that people should be spamming get a job are the ones that are online that used to be like, what is it, Terrence? What was his name? Okay, Terrence or Terrence, you know, the one guy. But yeah.
Yeah, no, bullshit. You don't get to come online and claim that when you post stuff like this all the time. Tophia, you can't say, oh, I'm not begging on this stream. Did I start the stream begging? No. So you can't tell me to get a job. If I was begging, if someone is begging, then yeah, you should spam them. So look at this on screen right now. Her emergency, by the way, was that she got kicked out of the homeless shelter for not looking for a job. Because best believe the people who were like running that shelter saw that this girl was just sitting there for months on end, constantly doing these TikTok streams and not bringing in any money, not getting any closer to getting herself a house, so they gave her the boot. And now she's posting shit like this from maybe like a week or two ago. But no, because she's not begging on this exact stream, you don't get to tell her to get a job. However, by Tophia's logic, and when she posts stuff like this, when she says, I need you guys to send stuff to my PayPal, I need you guys to Cash at me, you have all the right in the world to just spam her with get a job. Because that's what she's saying to do to other people right here. Like this fucking Terrence guy or whoever, who nobody even knows who he is, but Toph's saying, yeah, go spam him and tell him to get a job. Sure, Tophia, people can do that the second they get done spamming you the same thing.
I used to play Roblox, but since the whole drama, I'm not going to play Roblox anymore. Even though I do like Dress to Impress, I mean, if you're white and you're in America and you go to a job and they require a degree and you say, well, you can prove you're qualified, they probably wouldn't care if you had a degree or not. You could still get hired. Why are we arguing whether or not someone is qualified for a job when white people don't even have to be qualified for literally nothing and they get jobs? Like,
I mean, it goes without being said, but if you weren't already aware, Tophia is also one of the most racist people you'll find online. And she's also considering dropping Roblox. She says she's not going to play it anymore because of the big controversy. I love how she says she's not going to play it anymore too, like basically insinuating that she had been playing it as of late. But again, how do you know anything about the workplace and who they hire and why they hire them when you've never had a job for more than a day and a half in your life?
I don't care if people try to care what's in my wish list. I don't care what's in my wish list. So why do you care what's in my wish list? Like if that's news. And instead of talking about what's in my wish list, why doesn't she talk about what's going on with ICE? Let alone what's going on in the world. And especially what's going on with Trump. Maybe she should worry about world issues instead of worrying about a wish list. My wish list is not that interesting to be talking about. A lot of these people need to be speaking about the issues that are really affecting people, like ICE, that is ripping families apart. Why are you complaining about whether or not I have something in my wish list, which I didn't put there for people to buy, but why are you literally saying I'm having people buy that? So literally, why are you concerned if people are going to buy something from my wish list or not? That's got nothing to do with you. If people want to buy stuff from my wish list, they can. That should not affect any of y'all at all. I don't understand how people are so mad from someone buying something from somebody's wish list. How does that affect you? if you get affected by little things, I think there's something that's called seeking therapy.
No, Tophia, you don't get to walk that back now. You said all those people looking at your wish list are a bunch of stalkers. So no, don't act like people buying you stuff is a good thing. They're all stalkers, Tophia. You said it yourself. Now, you don't get to just pick and choose who's a stalker and who's not, because some people say mean things about you and others stupidly buy you shit. But no, according to your own logic, all these people are stalkers. Anyone who even looked at your page, big ol' stalker. And like in every single clip I'm showing you guys, you can see how big of a hypocrite she is, saying, oh, I didn't want no one to buy that for me. But then in the same breath, you're saying, who cares if people buy stuff from my wish list? That shouldn't affect you. Well, and then you're just going back on what you just said. It's all around just a weird situation, because you know Toph was probably like, oh my god, I'm getting more and more deflated doing the Toph voice this entire video. That's why like I haven't done it in a while, but oh my god, that outfit would look so good on me. And the question is, what's the plus size offerings on that? Because Tophia might have, she might have some words for this company if she really looks at, like, the ins and outs of that schoolgirl outfit. But I mean, what the fuck? Can we just talk about the big elephant in the room here? Her saying that, don't worry about my wish list, worry about Israel and Palestine and all that, but worry about ICE and worry about these different things and worry about President Trump. And like, Tophia, okay, so why don't we apply that same logic to you? When you're making these videos calling out other TikTok personalities, why don't you just quiet down, stop talking, and start talking about the stuff that matters? Why does this stuff only apply to people calling you out? Why are only, your trolls the unemployed people, whereas all the people who say, hi, Tophia, hope you have a great day, those are the people who must have jobs, and those are good, hardworking people? You just make assumptions about every single person in the world, and 99% of the time it's untrue. Just for once, practice what you preach, and actually, follow the same things you're telling other people to do. If you're saying that only unemployed people talk about others all day online, you talk about other people online all day. Your whole live stream is just you looking at your chat and waiting for them to mention someone you don't like so you can then talk shit on them. You're the same exact thing as the people you're trying to fight against, and you'll just never see it that way. And then, of course, you got posts like this as well that Tophia has been putting out. This one, this makes absolutely no sense, but I'll try to sum it up for you guys. I'm gonna say this because it's weird behavior. If you say I have an Asian teen friend who like you, that's grooming. that's grooming behavior, and you're grooming your friend out to older people. What? What? Can you just stop projecting shit? She's trying to act like everyone in her audience, at least this is what I'm hearing. If she has an Asian teen friend and they like you, hold up. Is she saying that if you the viewer, have an Asian teen friend and they like you, that's grooming behavior and you're grooming them to... Well, what does this even mean, Tophia? This just feels like another case of ultimate projection. Remember, one of the biggest criticisms people have always thrown at Tophia is her propensity and her love to goon to Asian teen corn. She once showed her search history, and it was just filled with Asian teen results all over different certain NSFW websites, and that's something that she's tried to hide, something she's tried to act like the trolls made up, and something she tries to push onto other people by saying that they actually have Asian teen friends. And she's even calling all them groomers. This post makes absolutely no sense, and all it reads to me is Tophia trying in one last-ditch attempt to go, no, you're the fucking groomers. You're the ones with weirdo behavior, not me. It is you, Tophia. Sucks to say, but it is 100% you with the weirdo behavior. Then, Tophia did the unthinkable. She returned to live streaming with her camera on, and yes, she's using another fake bedroom background. Why not just show the background? And she'll say it's because she's in fear of her life, that she doesn't want people running up on her or people trying to go after her because of what happened with the shooting. Yet She's always streaming from a public place at least once a day, with the imagery behind her clearly showing where she's at. It really seems like she just doesn't want to show people the living conditions that she's in right now. And that's completely understandable, but I just want you guys to understand what this means. Tophia always used this fake room background because her real house was always filled with trash, and instead of cleaning it up and making the room look more tidy, she just chose to put a green screen up and pretend like it is a clean room. Imagine that level of laziness, by the way. Going, wow, my room is a mess right now. Hey, I don't want people to know that though, so let me make it look like I'm in somebody else's room. Kind of creepy when you think about it. Like, imagine the person who owns this specific bedroom and Toph's just playing it off as hers. But the point I was trying to make is, even if she's staying at a shelter, I bet you the little area Toph has for herself is probably just all, like, it's just a mess, and she's like, I'm not even showing that. So yeah, we're back to green screen Toph, and I would play some of this stream for you, but it's literally an hour and 20 minutes of her just blaring music, singing over it, and looking at the chat waiting for donos to come in. And again, I've been saying it all video, right? But like, this is your job, Tophia. This is what you're gonna tell people that you're employed doing. You sat here and did literally nothing other than going like, loo, listening to music, vibing out, and just staring at the chat, and every now and again going, oh, thank you for the roses, which are probably like $2 in donations. That's not, you can't sit here and tell people that's your job. You're not even entertaining people. What do these streams offer anybody? They're all, like, all the people there are just waiting for you to say something ridiculous like you always do, but in this case, you just sang a bunch of karaoke songs, basically, and waited for the money to pour in, which it never did. You're basically the worst parts of Nova and DSP. But I really don't know how long this green screen is going to stick around, because Tophia was already back streaming with a black background last night. Seems like she's given up on this one already. And finally, regarding that dress from earlier, you know, the one that Toph thought she was the same size as the model in, that whole jazz. Yeah, y'all just mad I would wear the dress better than you. You're mad at confident people who aren't afraid of wearing... Well, hold on now, because they're wearing what makes them happy, because you know deep down you would be afraid to wear that. And my only response to Tophia is this. This poor dread-headed old man. This guy was just trying to be happy, and you just shit all over him. Oh, and how could I forget about this? Erykah Badu, music artist who many of you may know, posted this meme you see right here. Me supporting my man, even though I have no idea what he's talking about. And like, you might be thinking, well, what does this have to do with the video? Oh my god. Oh my god. Is that really them? Yes, that's really them. Yes, this was really posted by Erykah Badu, but then shortly afterwards she took it down when I'm assuming a lot of people got in touch with her and were like, hey, you know, it's some dark shit behind that picture. And well, my friends, I think that'll about do it for this week's Toph video. She's just all over the place like I mentioned at the beginning. She's being racist as per usual. She's saying she's not begging for money while begging for money as per usual. She's treating her mom like shit, you know, as per usual. It's all the same normal Tophia activities. Even the plus size stuff, complaining about that, that's a normal Toph trait. Saying that she's employed when she's not, another classic Toph move right there. She's just knocking it out of the park, doing everything everyone expected her to do, and still not any steps closer to getting that house that she so desperately wants. And so of course, when I have new updates on Toph, I'll be making a new video for you guys. So until then, I hope you guys stay safe and have a great rest of your day. And usually this is where I say, you know, stop by Too High for Stupid every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. But you know, we're going to do it a little bit differently today. Because maybe you're at work, maybe you're on a drive right now, and you just don't want the video to end. Well, then I got good news for you. It ain't over. Because what I'm about to show you right now is myself and Kiwi reacting in real time to seeing that video of Tophia saying that, plus sizes matter, and that people and the TikTok shop and all that need to get more plus sizes. If you've never seen the show before, I really recommend you stop by this Wednesday and have a good time with us. But if you can't make it, I hope you find this clip at least entertaining, and until I see you guys in the next one, stay safe, everybody. I'm out of here, and have a great rest of your day.
I have a question, being a plus size girly, and I know people are gonna probably leave hate on this video. Telling someone
Do you notice though,
go to the gym,
her face is so much more like clear than her neck.
Yeah. No, her
should have got a neck filter. Yeah.
She has like porcelain skin with this filter on. You're so
right. Her
right.
skin looks godly on her face. Yes, she's the clearest skin of all time.
And I love how there's a little whisker poking out right here. Like, not even the filter can save the pre-diabetes neck right here.
just to fit in cute outfits does not work. And if you don't include all sizes for all body types, then I do not want to support TikTok shops. I love this dress. Look at how beautiful this dress really is. I would love to wear this dress. I thought...
Then wear it. Put it on.
I was about to say, get rid of them all. We can't even leave a speck of a chance Toph gets a hold of this.
The dresses.
Speaking of, like, what is it with her and trying to buy, like, all this over-sexualized clothing? I mean, didn't she try to buy, like, some schoolgirl creepy shit on Amazon recently?
Yeah.
She denies that, of course.
It's really odd. I was just going to say, we should go, and every time Toph finds an outfit she likes, we should just go get them all. Buy all the outfits.
No.
Get all the outfits.
What do you... No, dude. What do you...
Toph's going to be stuck wearing Beatles shirts and Hooters t-shirts forever. Like Andy Ditch.
Just destroy all of the extra large clothing in the world.
We're going to we're just gonna bankroll these cheap clothing companies for all they're worth.
We'll make a business out of having these clothes made into furniture. We'll repurpose it, dude.
Cut it up, turn it into a towel.
Yeah.
I went and clicked to see the option sizes, and it only goes up to a size large. It is false advertising when you got women who...
She's trying to be so professional here.
Size that look like
she's giving a fucking book report.
These TikTok shops who do not include all sizes of dresses, because this dress is a very beautiful dress, and I do love this dress, but I'm so sick and tired of being delegated to either dresses or clothes that have too much fabric, because they don't know how to make plus size clothing.
That's how physics works. I mean, what in the fuck are you even on? You don't like how plus size clothes have more fabric? I think what she means is she's like, I don't like how it's not skinny in the waist.
Have you ever seen that episode of SpongeBob with Plankton Shrink Ray? Kind of like that. Make it big, but then make it small.
Dude,
it's like, Tophia, that's not how things work.
Toph is Wombo, bro. Like, she's fucking Wombo.
Who want to look, dress, and feel good without having to compensate that for ugly designs and ugly clothing and extra fabric. It is a very beautiful dress, and I don't care if people say that I would not look good in it. I think I would look very beautiful in this dress. I think I would look
I've heard you
nice
put down so many other women over the last few months, and now you're going to be mad if people tell you, no, Tophia, you wouldn't look good in that. Like you expect people to be nice to you, but you say so much shit about other women, or other people in general, and then you get really upset when people are like, nah, Tophia, I don't think that's your style. Like anything like that. It's like, no, I think I would look beautiful in this. You can feel confident all you want, but just remember, when you knocked all these other people down, they're not going to feel too bad about it to say, yeah, Toph, I think we can go without seeing you in that one.
Yeah, for real. You're going to have more people saying that than the other way around.
Who's that? Like, was it a month ago? There was some dude calling her out for, like, scamming the GoFundMe, and she was calling him fat and shit.
Yeah, she was calling him fat. That's fucked up, man. I mean, he didn't say anything about her weight.
No.
He was just calling her out for doing some shady
He said,
financial
you need to stop
shit.
spending so much of this money on DoorDash and all. And she's like, you need to stop eating so much fucking Big Macs. Fucking, like, she was so mad.
Yeah, dude.
My bad.
It's rules for thee, not for me.
You need to stop eating so many Big Macs.
You really do sound like a henchman from Venture Bros, dude. It's like spot on.
You say, I'm a victim, you're a victim of Big Macs. By the way, that's how it ends now every time. Like, she's slowly fading off into the abyss. Like, Mom!
She's like Pac-Man dying, bro. Oh my god.
Maybe I want to go out to a nice restaurant. Maybe I want to enjoy life.
I'll have 2 number 9s, a number 9 large, a number 767.
She needs to imitate fucking Big Smoke's order, dude. Oh, man.
And they're using plus, because I don't know how many girls I've seen that are not the size that it goes up to that are saying that it fits them. Can we stop offering sizes also that are one size fits all and hoping that it fits everyone? Because no, it should be one size fits most, because
one size fits most, but not Tophia, apparently. One size fits all is racist and is wrong, and it needs to be stopped.
One size fits all.
Like, I love how the people who made that were probably like, wow, like, we're gonna do this to where it doesn't matter what size you are. You can buy our clothing and feel comfortable in it. And Toph is like, stop the fucking presses right now! How dare you! How dare like she hates that these people would do anything that's a little bit inconveniencing to her. You know? And that's just how her whole life is. If you're inconveniencing to Toph, she just hates you.
She would rather just like live in a world where everyone looked like her. That's just all it is. She's such a terrible person, man. You know, like, she just wants to live in a world where everyone's like Toph. Everyone wears Toph-sized clothing. Everyone doesn't have to work like Toph. It's nuts. The sense of entitlement on this homeless woman is crazy.
and yes, I'm going to speak up as a plus size girl. I'm so tired of this. We need more options, and we need more.
If she loses a bunch of weight, she's going to be like, I'm so fucking sick of these companies wasting so much time making plus size clothing when they could be making their normal size clothing cuter. Like,
for real. Why are they not making things specifically for me? Why don't things... That's fucked up.
She wants to have that shirt like the kid in South Park who has his own fucking face on his shirt.
Yeah, dude. She expects like everything to just be embroidered Toph on it. I mean, the world is not made to just bow down to Tophia Slidell.
She thinks it is because she learned from the best, her fake father, who...
You live in whatever reality you craft in your mind, Tophia.
And then we tell people to go to the gym and lose weight. How do you
How
tell people
dare
to
we?
go to the gym and lose weight when they don't even offer larger option sizes for workout clothes either?
Okay, Toph, well, Planet
And
Fitness
some
will give you
people
a pretty
have
loose-fitting
diseases or
shirt.
just-
What? Like, how dare you tell people to live? How dare you tell people to not just fucking keel over and die? Like, you have some nerve. People like me, Tophia, who's completely able-bodied and could go do that. Fuck you. Watch your mouth. Don't ever tell me what to do.
It's disgusting. Yeah, chat said it correctly. It's disgusting that anyone would ever be healthy. I mean...
Gross, dude.